This is UMAR AHMED for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm joined by Lyon Woodstock. How you doing, mate? Good to see you.
I'm alright. How are you? How are you? Good?
I'm very well, thank you. Good to be out on this bill in Leicester with your mate CJ Challenger as well.
Yeah, of course. Well, you know what? We wanted to get like a nice early start to the year, so it's nice that the management and everyone is like sorted it all out so we can be out, start to the year early, get it out there nice, and hopefully the rest of the year will follow suit.
Now, you had an absolute cracker with Archie Sharp last time out. Reflecting on it, what went wrong for you on that night, though?
I wouldn't say so much like went wrong for me. Do you know what I mean? Like at the time, I've only had 11 fights. You know what I'm saying? I'm fighting undefeated fighters, putting my belt on the line, and in the space of like a year and a half, do you know what I mean? I've picked up 2 titles. Like compared to a lot of other fighters at this stage, like I'm doing very well. And on the night, boxing's boxing. You win, you lose. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let one loss define me the same way I wouldn't let one win define me. You know what I'm saying? As a person, like I know where I'm going. All I care about is my end goal and where I'm going. Do you know what I'm saying? And anything that I have to go through on the way there, I'll go through. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I've always said to people, I can get put down. I can lose. I never said I'd finish my career undefeated. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you that I got a heart of a lion. I'll always come forward. You put me down, I'll get up. I'll keep coming. I'll keep coming. And all it really did is just prove everything that I've said. Do you know what I'm saying? So I've taken away everything that I need to take from it, and I'll be going in the lab and I'll be working on that stuff and putting things into practice just to get me to where I need to get to. So whether it was a win or a loss, what happens after will always be exactly the same.
How good was Archie Sharp, though, in that ring? How did you feel in there? And, you know, comparing him to your previous opponents, I'm guessing he's right at the top.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the best people that I've been in the ring with. Do you know what I'm saying? His feet are amazing. He's got great feet, great movement, and I said it was going to be a great fight, and that's what it is. Last year I was in nomination for Fight of the Year. This year I was in nomination for Fight of the Year, and well, last year, you know what I'm saying anyway. But this year I would not be surprised if I get nominated for Fight of the Year again for one of my fights, because I'm an exciting fighter, and I don't fight like people way below my level. I'm always fighting people the same level of me or higher.
Obviously, you and Archie, you've got to do your own thing, but maybe down the line, a potential rematch?
Well, I would like the rematch. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be out here just trying to chase a fight. Do you know what I'm saying? If he doesn't want to fight me, he doesn't want to fight me. I'm not going to be like, oh, I want it. But like I said, I'll have the fight. I'll definitely have a rematch. It was great. Do you know what I mean? We're in this sport for entertainment, and like I said, it got nominated Fight of the Year, so it was, of course, it was entertaining, and people would want to see it again. So I would want to see it again. Do you know what I'm saying? But if he doesn't want to, then that's on him. That's a Archie Sharp problem, not a Lyon Woodstock issue. Do you know what I'm saying? So see how it goes.
Of course, before the fight, there was a bit of beef between you two, but I'm guessing that's all settled now?
I wouldn't even say, like, settled. And if you go back and watch all the stuff, to be honest, like, I was very chilled through the whole thing. He was very bitey and like aggy about things. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I never really tried to like aggravate him. I didn't really say too much about him. I basically was the same as I am now. I said it would be a good fight. I said I know that he's good. I know that he could put me down. I know this. I know that. And like if you go and find the interviews, I'm saying the same stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? There's nothing fake about me. I'll always keep it 100. I know there's anyone you get in the ring with, anyone with 2 fists and a pair of like balls can put you down. Do you know what I'm saying? It only takes 1 punch. Do you know what I'm saying? Get caught off balance, get caught with a good shot. It don't matter. And I just knew it was going to be a good fight. And of course I respected him as an opponent. And yeah, man, but it was great, man. It was great. And they're the kind of fights I want to be. And that's what I got into boxing for, to fight the best people around me at the time.
Now, for this Leicester card, for the main event, Sam Bowen v Ronnie Clark, I'm guessing you've heard the news?
Of what? Oh, why? What's happened?
It's pulled out.
Oh, with the injury or something. Yeah. I heard about that. Do you know what's happening in regards to that?
Well, why don't you and Sam get it on?
You know what? There was a couple things in discussion, and we had a couple call-ups and that, but it's just not enough time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to disrespect him and be like, yeah, man, I'll be ready to fight Sam Bowen in the space of 4 weeks. That's disrespectful. Come on, man. Like, he's a fighter just like me. He trains just like me. If he tried to do that or drop a hat for me, I'd be thinking it's a bit disrespectful. Like, you got to give me some more respect than that. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, that fight is obviously definitely going to happen. It's always going to be there. So it don't need to be rushed. It don't need to be a like, oh, shit, something's happened. We need to just fill this in. Nah, we're like, when we fight, it will be great and it will be remembered. So we might as well do it properly.
It's good though, you know. Frank's got yourself, Archie Sharp, Bowen, Clark. You know, for this super featherweight division, the mix that you've got all in one stable, that's really good for you guys.
You know what? I honestly believe that super featherweight is one of the hottest divisions right now. It's one of the most active. It's one of the most competitive, and I don't just mean like in our country. I mean worldwide. You've got a lot of freaks of natures in super featherweight. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because you normally get like a couple, one or two in the weight divisions. Like, yo, he's a bit like, do you know what I mean? But there's a lot of them in super feather, and it just makes it entertaining. The few years forward, like next 2 to 3 years, are going to be very interesting for the super featherweight division. So I'm looking forward to it myself, and I don't even watch boxing like that, but I just know that it's going to be fireworks. Do you know what I'm saying?
Just lastly, about Ronnie Clark. Obviously, he had a great win over Zelfa Barrett, I think this time last year. Had loads of cancellations, and then I don't know whether you saw yet to sell his belt during Christmas. I just want you to comment on that and what you were thinking at the time about that.
Well, you know, when a fighter feels like he's forced to have to do something like that to just be able to get by or make do, it's painful. When I seen it, it was horrible. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I messaged him, I reached out to him, and my coach messaged him as well. My coach wanted to help him out, and as did other people. Do you know what I'm saying? So it was nice to see the boxing community get together to help someone, like a fighter, not just a person, a fighter, like in their time of need. Do you know what I'm saying? So it was very nice to see that. But there's nothing worse than that. Do you know what I mean? To see that, it's heartbreaking, man, because that's your belt. Do you know what I'm saying? Give that to your kids. You want to be able to show that to them, and that's what you've earned. You shouldn't have to feel like you've got to sell that just to get by for Christmas or whatever. It's hard. It's horrible, but it was very nice to see a lot of people getting together to try and help him. And yeah, man, that's what's beautiful. It reminds you that there's still some wholesomeness in the world.
I asked that because, you know, for us, it's one thing, but for a boxer who dedicates their life to the sport to see that, it must be a little bit more personal for you to see that.
Of course it is. It definitely is, man. Like I said, I couldn't think of anything really worse than that. Do you know what I mean? Especially if you've got memorabilia or your belts or whatever, and you're having to sell that just to get by, not because through choice. Do you know what I mean? Because once it's gone, it's gone. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't really get that back. It's not nice. It's not nice. I felt for him. I really did.
Just lastly, Leon, what sort of opponent are we expecting for the 23rd?
Well, you know what I'm like. I don't like being in boring fights. I don't like fighting people that are not really gonna try and do something to me. So I'm hoping. I've spoke to my management anyway. I'm hoping they get me a good live opponent, someone that's gonna come and put it on me, whether they're boxing, fighting, whatever. Just a good opponent. I don't want to be fighting someone without a pulse. Do you know what I'm saying? I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It's just a disservice to me, the sport, the fans. I don't like it. That's not me. I want to fight a fighter. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's a refreshing attitude to hear. Anyways, Lyon Woodstock, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV, and best of luck in camp.